Hi, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 28th to March 6th. I have a bit of a cold, so I'm going to probably sound a little bit different from how I usually sound. And I apologize ahead of time for any sneezes and sniffles and coughs or anything that may happen during the reading. Okay, so this is your theme for this week is cat spirit, claim your independence. And I feel like there's something that you're almost like you're like allowing your uniqueness to shine. You're allowing something to really you're allowing yourself to be seen. I feel like you're overcoming or you are coming out of some kind of restriction or something that has kind of really weighed really heavily on you for quite some time. You're coming out of something. And I feel like there's a boldness to you. You may also be traveling. I feel like some of you may kind of create this bucket list of things you want to do and really go after them. Like really put action towards some of the things that you want to accomplish. It's like nothing is holding you back. I feel like you're coming untethered. You're untethering yourself from a lot of things that have been holding you back. And sometimes those things are ourselves. You know, we hold ourselves back from a lot of stuff. But I feel like you're kind of, there's this boldness to you now, and it feels really powerful. Let's look into this. Let's go into your tarot. High Priestess. Okay, so intuition is going to be very high this week, but I also feel like a lot of you are tuning into your spiritual powers. You may be using your spiritual powers to really manifest the things that you want. I think that maybe some of you are doing like vision boards or candles or I don't know, anything that kind of helps to manifest the things that you're wanting to call in. Power of positive thinking kind of thing. What else? This is coming up for Aries here. I'm also hearing spiritual connection. So some of you may be spiritually connected to somebody. Ooh, and I got a sharp pain on the side of my right side of my head. So if some of you are experiencing like headaches or something like that, it has something to do with some kind of spiritual connection or some kind of download. Some of you could be downloading information or kind of uncovering a layer. I feel like it could be somewhat of a painful process because it's like there's something coming decalcified is what I'm hearing. Like it's like so you're becoming unblocked. You're seeing something is being revealed to you this week. You're going to have clarity around a situation. Okay, look at this. The Queen of Fire and the Emperor. So a lot of confidence and a lot of power coming out into the spotlight, allowing yourself to be seen more. What else for Aries? Okay, so we have the Three of Earth and the Queen of Air. So being acknowledged, being recognized, wanting to collaborate or work with someone, and there may be someone who's a queen of air that's noticing you, someone who wants to maybe even invest in you. This may be work related with the Queen of Air and the Three of Earth. So there may be someone here that wants to collaborate with you. I'm hearing wise investments. So a Queen of Air that's very good at making wise investments. So there may be something you're putting out, something that you're doing that's going to attract someone's attention here and wants to kind of work with you or give you maybe a job offer. Maybe some of you are applying for a job and there's some kind of, you're like being scouted out or recognized or acknowledged for something that you can do. I feel like this is work related. So there may be a job opportunity or like an apprenticeship or some kind of opportunity to work with someone. It feels really good. It feels like someone who is very seasoned in what they can do. So it's like you'll learn a lot. It'll be like a really good opportunity for growth and expansion. Someone who's very wise, or maybe like someone who takes you under their wing to teach you their ways kind of thing. Okay, let's look into the High Priestess here. Let's go back here. Okay, so 5 of fire with the High Priestess. I feel like there's something about you this week, Aries, that stands out. I think this is all about uniqueness, standing out, and attracting someone's attention. Your confidence is on fire. So I feel like there is, maybe you're creating something or you're doing something, but you're really embodying it and you're being bold and you're going forward, like just really believing in yourself here. You're showing off your skills in some way or another. And this is spiritually guided. It feels like there's something that you're like leveling up, or you're allowing yourself to be seen, maybe in a way where you might have held yourself back from in the past. But I feel like you're kind of jumping over those hurdles and you're allowing yourself to be seen, and you're joining the ranks, like you're joining the race. Putting yourself out there. 3 of water, celebration. Coming together with like-minded people, celebrating your accomplishments. You could even be celebrating the success of something that you were working on, something that you were doing. There's something here that you're doing that's going to be worth celebrating. Maybe you're launching something, you've been working really hard on a project, something you've been really wanting to put out, and there's this success or progress towards it. What else do we need to know for the 3 of water for Aries? It's your time, it's like your time. King of water. I'm hearing something about making decisions. You're making a decision, a choice. Making wise decisions is what I'm hearing with the King of Water. And I feel like it's a wise decision because you are not, you're kind of able to balance out your emotions with everything that's going on around you. So like you're in control, because the King of Water is all about emotional control. It's not that he doesn't have emotions, but he knows how to wield them in a way where he kind of has like this balance in his life. He's able to ground himself at the same time. He doesn't let his emotions take control over him. He's able to kind of, it's like you're doing something and you've done it in a very controlled way where you were able to kind of manifest something in the best possible outcome. And so now something is kind of like coming towards you. What else with the King of Water? I think some of you are very powerful manifestors. And there's something you manifested. Page of Water. New beginnings. I feel like there's a new beginning here. This could also be a new beginning in a relationship with something or someone. Sometimes Page of Water could also be children as well. But I'm not seeing children. I'm kind of seeing more of... I need to know about the Page of Water. Aries. It's like there's something you want to pursue. Yeah. Making a decision, a choice. There's something that's interesting you and you're wanting to pursue. It's like you're choosing between things. You're deciding between things, making wise decisions. The 2 of fire is like what do you want to go towards? You're going towards something. You could also be wanting to go towards somebody as well, because a lot of times that could be like, wanting to have just like a conversation, like meeting someone for coffee or something. There's something that you're going towards, something that you want to make like a wise decision on, but you want to be careful with it as well. Okay. Emperor and Queen of Wands. For some of you, there could be someone that you're very interested in that's kind of awakened your heart. Awakened your passion, inspired you. There could be someone here that's inspiring you in some way or another. What do you need to know about the Queen of Fire and Emperor for Aries? 3 of fire. So taking risks, taking chances, going out on a limb. I feel like there's something here that you're taking a leap of faith, or you're taking a risk, or going out on a limb here for somebody or for something. But it's something that you're really passionate about. It's something that you really care about. Something that you really, look at that. Forward movement, Chariot. You're moving forward on something. There's like fast movement here. 2 of earth, and there's decisions and choices to be made. It's going to change your foundation. So this could be like a business, a job offer. So that's what I was kind of feeling here with the 3 of earth and the Queen of air. There's some kind of job offer or some kind of opportunity that I feel like you're going to be taking a risk on, but I feel like it's something that's going to make you very happy. It's something that's kind of going to get you really excited. Like something that you've been working on for a long time. So maybe some kind of opportunity coming in here that is going to make you really happy, and something you've been waiting on. Patience. It's something you've been waiting on for a long time, and you had to keep waiting for the right time. But I feel like there's something. Can we have one more for the patience card? Look at that. We have the 5 of water, which is loss and disappointment. It's like you might have really felt like, why isn't this working out? Why can't I get something to work? But I feel like your faith, your hope kind of pulled you through, because now we're in the Empress stage. And what's beautiful here is that I feel like we had the Emperor here somewhere, didn't we? Yeah. See, look at that. We have the Emperor and the Empress in the same position here. So not only I feel like you have 2 things going on here. I feel like you have a career opportunity, a job opportunity, something where you're taking a risk on going forward. But I feel like mixed in with that, there's some kind of important relationship or some kind of connection that could be forming here as well. Or some kind of strong partnership as well. There could be some kind of strong partnership where both of you are on the same level. This could be work too. Maybe there's like a business partnership where, the Emperor and the Empress come together and create something. But I feel like it's something you've had to wait on, something that you've really had to like work towards, and it may have resulted in some loss or heartbreak, but you had to be really patient. And now it's kind of like you're in your power. You're sitting in your power here. Okay, Queen of air and 3 of pentacles. What do we need to know about that? Love. Partnerships. Gosh, partnerships are so strong lately. These are supposed to be general readings, but love seems to be dominating right now. Okay. Investing energy into something, building something, growing something, seeing something worth investing in, making wise decisions and choices. So for some of you also, this could be about recognizing the value of something, like being interested in somebody or something, and being able to see if you want to invest in it, if you want to invest your energy into it, if you want to work towards it, if you want to build it, you want to grow it. What are we investing in? 7 of earth for Aries. 10 of air, letting the past go is what I'm hearing. Letting the baggage go, starting again, be willing to start again. There's like a lightheartedness, as I'm hearing with the 10 of air, like approaching something in a lighthearted manner. Don't let things weigh too heavily on you. Your cards are flying everywhere. Yeah, 8 of air. I feel like there may be some kind of like confusion or like not really sure if you want to invest in something or if you want to go towards something. Feeling like you're stuck. Why do we have the 8 of air and the 10 of air here? Can you clarify the 10 of air and 8 of air? King of earth. There could just be a lot of thinking about what's the right choice for me? What will carry me long term? What can I build for long term? And not being able to see like a choice clearly, but it kind of feels like there's some kind of decision that you're being required to make. There's some kind of choice that you have to make. Why do we have the 10 of air? Can you know more about the 10 of air? Great, Aries. Okay. So for the 10 of air, we got the 5 of air and the 2 of air. And so I kind of feel like here, the reason something may feel like it's too much, like with this heavy burden, I mean, 10 of air is the 10 of swords. So that's, reaching like this end of how much you can take in some kind of situation. It's ready to, like, needs to be some kind of shift or change. And I feel like what's causing it has been this internal conflict with other people. So you might have had to deal with people who have been very deceptive, people who have been trying to knock you off of some kind of mislead you and confuse you. And that's why we have the 2 of air, because 2 of air often is a very protective store. That's interesting. I don't know why I said store. 2 of air is a very protective card. It is where it's like, needing to set your boundaries and needing to also kind of sort things out for yourself, like to find some kind of clarity about something. And so it's like you're kind of assessing, it's like you're looking at something and you're kind of observing how something may have led you down the wrong path, or feeling like, you don't want to be led down the wrong path, or you don't want to listen to other people's advice, and you kind of need to set some boundaries with others right now, because it feels like you're trying to make some kind of decision or choice. Why do we feel stuck with the 8 of air? Why do we feel stuck with the 8 of air for Aries? 4 of earth. Yeah. So you don't want to make a bad investment. You don't want to make a wrong choice. You want stability and security. Okay, let's pick one more. Can we have one more? What's the final outcome for this? Aries. Wow, lots of airs, lots of swords. What should Aries do about the 3 of air? Boundaries. I don't know. I'm hearing like cutting something off, like cutting off some kind of toxic energy pattern, because I feel like there's something that will be replenished once you do that. Something either you walk away from, or something that you kind of put your boundaries up with the 7 of fire here. Yeah, it feels like there's something that you need to you're shielding yourself from some kind of depleting energy. And I feel like by recognizing what that is, you're going to find a replenishment here, something kind of being returned back to you. I feel like there's been some kind of we did have the 5 of air as well. And sometimes the 5 of air can be stealing, and stealing sometimes could also be like just energy vampires, like people stealing your energy kind of thing. So I feel like there's something here about you setting up your boundaries around some people around you or something around you that you are finding out is quite draining. And I feel like that energy has kept you stuck. And so it's like with the 2 of air and the 7 of fire here, you're setting up some boundaries, you're shielding yourself, protecting your energy. And when you do that, I kind of feel like you have this King of Earth and the 10 of Earth. Your abundance being returned to you, stability being returned to you, especially with the 4 of Earth. It's like you're trying to recover something. You're trying to recover energy. And that could be money, it could be resources. Because you might have found that there's something around you that has been, look at this, like 10 of air, 3 of air, 8 of air, and 5 of air. There's definitely something around you that has been really draining you, like a lot. And you're done with it, especially because of that 10 of air here. You're done with it. You've had enough. And by setting your boundaries, even if you don't cut something completely off, it's like at least putting out some boundaries. I think you'll start to notice how your energy shifts. You might notice that when you kind of put some kind of shield that other things in your life start working out, or that like, your finances come back, or like you get better job opportunities, or like play around with that energy. Like see, like when I do this, I wonder what happens with my career, or I wonder what happens with my sales, or I wonder what happens with my friendships or my connections. You might notice how much more harmony there is in your life when there's some kind of protection against some kind of negative energy here. So I feel like you might notice that here, like making an executive decision. That's why you're claiming your independence. You are recognizing something, and you may also not even be really like telling anybody about it. Like you're just noticing it, you're observing it, which is okay. So that's why we have the Queen. That makes sense. That's why we have the Queen of Air, because the Queen of Air is discernment. I mean, she's very wise. She calls things what they are. She tells the truth. She's very straightforward. And she sees things, like she's very perceptive. So there's something here this week about you noticing and acknowledging something very, like draining, toxic even. I mean, these cards are toxic. No, the cards aren't toxic, but these energies are draining. So it's like you're acknowledging that, you're seeing that, setting up your boundaries. And then it's like you find that you get some stability here. And that's a love for yourself. You coming home to yourself, loving yourself, standing your ground. Wow. Okay. I know I was kind of like all over the place here. Okay. And then the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Fire. So new passionate beginning. So it's like there's energy coming back to you. I feel like you're cutting something off. You might be even just like moving in a different direction, either physically or at least energetically. And by doing that, you may find that your energy levels are coming back, or that like you have like new creative ideas that are searching through you. I'm also hearing like, don't feel guilty about it, because you may encounter people like, once you're on this path of empowerment, there's always going to be people that come in and try to knock you off of it like this. See all those birds, like they're trying to knock her off of they're trying to knock her off balance. So it's like allowing yourself to like stand in your power and like noticing what's working and what's not. When I'm over here with these people, or when I'm doing these things, I feel like this. But when I'm over here, I feel great and I feel awesome and I'm like creative and I'm successful and so it's like kind of just being able to be almost like really realistic about it. When I'm over here, it feels like this. When I'm over here, it feels like this. So which one do I want to feel? And kind of looking at it from that perspective and taking out the emotions out of it. The King of Water. That's what the King of Water is about. Like having that emotional control over, like not allowing emotions to overtake our logic and reason. So you're balancing those out really well this week, and you're going to see something clearly, and you're going to be able to know. It's like you're assessing. You have the Seven of Pentacles here somewhere. You're assessing and being able to realize what is worth investing in and what is not. And that's what that Seven of Earth is about. It's about assessing your investments. Okay. Let's go into your oracle. Message from the higher self for Aries. Message from Spirit for Aries. Message from the Earth for Aries. Message from the ancestors for Aries. You're headed towards something that you're going to like a lot more than where you've been. If you've been kind of feeling like you were in a place that you didn't really like very much. even though it was like something that you kind of just, dealt with, or, kind of learned to kind of accept or be there. But I feel like you're kind of shifting into a space that's just much more you. It fits you much better, and you're going to really feel like you're in your element. You can feel happy. So I sense that for some of you. Okay. Message from your higher self. Spirit guides, beautiful. So connect with your spirit guides is what your higher self is kind of saying. Like, allow that to guide the way. Trust your spirit guides, and also know when they're kind of showing up for you here. So I'm kind of sensing that some of you, they might be trying to get your attention. So maybe like meditation or doing like some kind of connection, how to connect with your spirit guides, intentionally connecting with them. There may be some kind of message that they want to give you specifically to your particular, a specific situation to your life. So connect with your spirit guides is kind of what I'm hearing here from your higher self. Maybe meditate more, more spiritual practices, whatever it is, however you connect. I feel like there's some kind of, they want to give you some guidance. They want to help you. So I feel like that's going to, that may benefit for some of you. Okay. Message from spirit. Between worlds. Yeah, you're definitely changing. You definitely have, and I love how, this is kind of what I was sensing, like wherever you were, it's like you are coming out of that, wherever. It's like you've kind of learned to just be there because you might have just had to. You didn't have any other choice. I mean, like we have the eight of air, which is like we're kind of stuck where we are. But I feel like you are shifting into a place. You're going somewhere, either physically or energetically, like a better space that's going to feel much more at home, and you're going to feel much more like alive in your life. It's going to feel less like needing to just tolerate where you are, and more about like embracing life. You're going to feel that joy and that happiness. And I'm also hearing to call that in more, whatever it is that you want to feel, whatever it is that you want to experience in your life, call that in. Is it happiness? Is it joy? Is it connection, fulfillment? Not feeling like you're kind of on the outside looking in, but more like in life, and involved and kind of with people and experiencing things is kind of what I'm sensing here for some of you. So, okay. Message from the earth. How is the earth supporting Aries right now? Clear endeavor and let love be your beacon. Yeah. So I really feel like right now there is something about you having this fierce love for yourself and making those choices for yourself. Being independent and trusting your intuition, trusting your inner power, knowing who you are and not what other people say that you are. So not looking at yourself from how other people see you, but you kind of claiming this is who I am and this is what I am. And either you like it or you don't. And that's none of my business kind of thing. So I feel like you are really owning it. And I feel like by doing that, your path becomes much more clear. And it might have been confusing in the past because we might have been trying to juggle everybody else's opinions, what everybody else wanted. And we might have done that for a very long time. But in that process, what we do is that we end up in these kinds of situations, like a broken heart, feeling trapped, and feeling like, with the 10 of air, feeling like we can't really move forward from here. Like this can only go so far, right? How long are we going to keep just trying to keep the peace? Right? But then neglecting what we really want for ourselves. We're going to end up feeling trapped and brokenhearted. So I feel like you're clearing out a lot of that energy here. And there's something coming in that's going to help you see your path much more clearly, because it might just be a lot more simple than we have been allowing it to be. Okay. Message from the ancestors. Family. Interesting. Okay. So I feel like maybe there's something here about releasing. I feel like family keeps coming up for you, Aries. It comes up like in every reading. So it's definitely a huge theme for some of you here. But yeah, releasing yourself from either family karma or like family patterns, anything like that. But it could also just be coming home to family is what I'm seeing, like coming home to your roots, coming home to where you belong or where you come from. So just depending on how you resonate with that, because I feel like that can go in two different ways. There's also something here about what they're telling me is redefining what your home means to you. So the best example that I could use here is like if you come from a specific culture, then it's like, what does being in that culture, where do you fit in that? Like where you come from, because sometimes like even within one given culture, we relate to it differently from like our siblings or from like our parents or our, whoever. It's like we may be expected to kind of follow one line, but how we look at our culture and what it means to us, we can define for ourselves. So I hope that makes sense. I feel like it would to the people that it resonates with, but it's like, where do you fit in some kind of lineage or culture or customs or traditions or even religion that we come from? I feel like this is all about, for some reason, I'm getting this sense like, where is my identity in that? How do I define myself in that? How do I relate? Where do I belong in that category? I feel like there's something about that coming in here. And I feel like it's all about like redefining where we come from and what it means to us. Coming home to that, because it is part of who we are. And I think sometimes when and this may only resonate for some, but sometimes if we go through certain painful experiences within a specific culture or within a specific culture, we may grow up abandoning, that culture, or we may grow up abandoning certain parts of it because it may remind us of something. But then it's also, some of us, we kind of like return back to it to kind of heal those wounds and getting in touch with our roots. I feel like there's something there about that. So I'm going to leave that there, however it resonates with that. Okay, future self. Inspiration. I feel like there's something that you guys are creating that may tie in with, some of these experiences that you've had. So you're using your wisdom, you're using your experiences, and your future self is kind of telling you, how can you include that into something that you're creating here? And some of you may be really receiving some kind of download. So I feel like your future self is kind of guiding you to pay attention to like dreams and insights and just random ideas and random thoughts that just kind of pop into your mind, and using that to create something or use that in something that you're already creating. So follow those insights, because I feel like your intuition is going to be very sharp right now. And it's going to lead you to where you need to go next. So follow your instincts, follow your intuition. Okay, beautiful reading, Aries. Very empowering as usual. And if this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for next week. Bye, Aries.